Well, as we look at Jesus, we see that Jesus is not only the one who says, love your enemies and so forth, but he is also one who drives money changers out of the temple. He is one who says, I will strike dead Jezebel's followers in Revelation chapter 2. That we see in the New Testament a rejoicing over Babylon that has been judged. And so, even though we have exhortations from Jesus about not being hostile to our personal enemies, but to praying for them, we also see that there is again, from the Old Testament carrying over into the New, we see that it is fitting for us to call on God to bring judgment. Jesus spoke in very severe terms about those who led his followers astray, that if anyone led one of these astray, it'd be better for him to have a millstone hung around his neck and to be drowned in the depths of the sea. Again, it's a very strong language that is being used here. So again, so we look at the character of God and we see that God is dealing with messiness, both in the Old as well as in the New Testaments and beyond. We see in Jesus, however, we see the love of God manifested, a love for enemies, but again, a love that has limits, as it were, that God is also going to bring judgment upon people, and that they cannot simply presume upon the love of God, the kindness of God, and so forth. And so there is, and as the book of Romans says, Romans 11:22, it says, behold, the kindness and the severity of God. And so we need to keep those things in tension. It's not just the severity in the Old Testament, but it's severity in the New Testament as well. And so we need to see Jesus as one who is speaking about that kind of severity, in fact, exemplified in his own driving out the money changers from the temple, that Jesus himself is wrathful against sin, and he will bring judgment upon people. And we see that clearly displayed in the book of Revelation.